This case is still open. They're continuing to investigate. So why come out and say there's going to be no punishment? Did the NFL get this wrong?
Well, the NFL doesn't come into this with a clean slate. I don't think they get it wrong when they say we have to wait until all the facts come out, including whether there's a charge, a conviction, all those things. But being accused of sexual assault is very serious. And certainly when your story changes, that doesn't look good. But neither one of those things mean guilt necessarily. And so to reserve judgment in terms of whether they're going to discipline the player until that's resolved, I don't have a problem with that. However, the NFL doesn't come into this with a clean slate. The impression of the NFL is that punishment is doled out arbitrarily, and if not arbitrarily, at least in a way that is simply a reaction to public pressure. Ray Rice and many other examples. There's one punishment, and then based on the public's reaction, rather than the NFL doing what they think is the right thing or applying their rules consistently across the board, they do what they think, that they're constantly catching up to the problem, and they do what they think gets them off the hook. And so here, when you compare it to Ezekiel Elliott or others, people may feel that, one case is open forever, the other very quickly they're saying, no, there won't be discipline. People will feel that this is inconsistent, and therefore, because they come in without a clean slate, it looks bad for the league. In and of itself, reserving judgment until this thing is decided, I think makes sense.
Wait, I just want to make sure you're clear on it, though. They're not. So the investigation's still open, but they're coming out and saying that we're not going to punish him.
No. If he is found guilty,
yep,
there are, I don't think it becomes an NFL issue. It becomes a legal status issue.
But I'm saying if you're the NFL, why are you coming out and addressing it and say we're not going to punish him when the investigation's still going on? Why not wait until then? That's where
we're not going to punish him.
We're
not going to punish him pending the outcome of the investigation. We're not going to punish him at the moment.
Stephen A.
Well, I agree with you, Molly, because my whole point is, why does the NFL have to say anything? Nobody's asking the NFL to take a position. I mean, Nancy Amore, USA Today, may have asked something along the lines of the fact that these allegations have taken place and you have a commissioner's exempt list where individuals will get paid but still not be allowed to play pending their legal matters. That makes sense to me. It's something that I'm a proponent of. However, if you're not going to do that, why say anything? Because to say anything gives the impression that there's some level of absolution involved on a part of Gareon Conley in the eyes of the National Football League. Regardless of what you're saying, Max, in terms of its truth, like pending the allegations or what have you, that's not the headline. The headline is the NFL, in terms of Gareon Conley, he will not face NFL discipline over rape allegations, period. So it gives the impression that in the eyes of the NFL, we've absolved you, or we're not going to involve ourselves in a situation like this. And I don't see the need for the NFL to get themselves in that position by coming out and announcing things publicly. Hold on for a second. Announcing things publicly. And the reason why I bring this up, Max, is here's why it's so egregious. And Molly, I'm going to ask you, and I'm going to ask all the women at ESPN, including ESPNW, and women everywhere, why have we not heard anything from Lisa Friel, Jane Randall, Rita Smith, and Anna Isaacson? These individuals work for the NFL. They were brought on by the NFL to really help the NFL police these domestic situations or these assault situations, the behavior of NFL players. That's really what it comes down to, because it says NFL adds for women to shape domestic violence policy.
To wonder if they're not empowered to speak. I mean, they've been quiet, so I'm almost wondering if they're under the direction from the NFL and they're being told not to speak out, because I have the same questions.
Hold on. That's why I'm asking you and ESPNW and all the women that work here and various other networks. What somebody needs to find out, and somebody needs to speak out to implore the NFL to make sure we can hear from these women. They are the ones supposedly overseeing all of this. They are the ones supposedly who have been positioned to have impact to influence the decisions of a Roger Goodell and others. I haven't heard from these people. I want to know where they stand and how they feel and exactly what role are they being allowed to play with the NFL, because right now it appears that it's all been lip service. I don't know that to be the case, but it appears from that, and I think pressure brought to bear from you, Molly, and others will get us to the bottom of this. That's all I wanted to say.
No, 100%, and I'm right there with you. I had the same questions, and I'm wondering if they're not being empowered to speak. I want to find that. One other thing I want to add, I think the NFL needs a comprehensive domestic violence policy for any draftees that have violations, so they're getting rehabilitated as soon as they're getting this opportunity. If they have one strike against them, yes, give them a second chance. Second strike, they're done.